Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Tuesday, June the 2nd. And you know what? This is a big weekend coming up. Art in the Park, or as my guest over here says, Art in the Park.
Art in the Park.
DIANA MOXON, pleasure to have you here, Diana. And June the 6th and 7th, I mean, this is the big weekend of the whole year.
It is. It's the huge mountain that we climb every year, and it makes so many people happy. And whenever I'm stressed, as I am right now, I try and remember how many people in Columbia and the surrounding area just love Art in the Park, and how much they look forward to it.
Now, this is June the 6th and 7th, so
this weekend.
Saturday and Sunday.
Right.
And then on Monday, June the 8th, you will start climbing that mountain again for 2016,
well,
right?
on June the 8th, I get to rest.
Okay, June the 9th.
But on June the 9th.
You start climbing the mountain. So how high is the mountain this year as far as vendors that you have?
Well, we have the usual number of vendors, so we have 110 artists. Visual artists from across the country, so photographers, painters, fiber artists, metal workers, woodworkers, jewelers,
the metal workers,
glass.
don't you have a metal worker from Harrisburg, around the Harrisburg area?
No, I don't think so. From Coal Camp, we have the guy that does the beautiful metal flowers.
Okay.
But he comes out from Coal Camp.
You did have one time.
Possibly.
Close to here. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, I was amazed of how many different vendors you have and the talent of these people.
Incredible. It is incredible.
Yeah.
And it's so exciting to have them come to Columbia. But, you know, I think I said this to you last year. On the same weekend as Art in the Park, there are so many other festivals right on I-70. So there's one in St. Louis, there's us, one in Kansas City, one in Topeka, one in Liberty, one in Iowa City. Not all called Art in the Park, but they're art festivals.
Yeah.
And they're on the same weekend. Big one in Omaha, Nebraska, big one in Indianapolis, big one in Minneapolis, big one in Chicago.
So how do you get these people to come to Columbia, Missouri?
It's tough. It's not easy. And so the reason that they come and they come back is because they hope that they're going to sell their artwork here, and we are going to be a good market for them. And historically, we have been a pretty good market. We can't compete with Omaha. You know, an artist in Omaha might make $10,000 in a weekend, and if it's a good weekend at Art in the Park, they might make $5,000. So it is critical that people come out and go shopping. If you buy Auntie Joan, you know, a pair of earrings for Christmas, every little thing counts, because every bit that we spend at Art in the Park reinforces to those artists that this is a good festival and they want to come back.
Right.
If we don't show up and shop and support them and say, hey, great to meet you, thanks for being here, love seeing you every year, then they say, well, you know, next year, let's go to Topeka, let's try somewhere else. And particularly with those big festivals, those big city festivals that we compete with.
But you and we have been the community, when I say we,
yes,
the community has been very, very supportive of Art in the Park.
They've been great, and last year was phenomenal. We had that rainy day on Saturday, and so many people, wasn't really crowded, but everybody that came down left with a shopping bag. They'd all show me, hey, Diana, I bought something, and they really came out to shop, and the artists who were there last year were just amazed at the end of Saturday. They said nowhere else would that many people come shopping in the rain.
That's because Central Missouri is a different type of community.
It is.
And that's what you need to tell these people, too. So you're not going to Topeka, you're going to Columbia, Missouri, and Columbia, Missouri is a different type of community. And not just Columbia, but all of Central Missouri.
I think those artists that come regularly know that.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them say this is the one festival they really look forward to. Not because it's going to be, well, it's going to make enough money for them, but they love how we welcome them. They love the support that we give them as a festival, that the volunteers give them. They love the volunteers, how amazing all the volunteers are, and just that we are a very supportive community.
And so maybe they're not going to make as much as they would in Kansas City or in St. Louis, But what makes up the difference is the attitude of Central Missouri.
Right. Except this is how they pay their rent. This is
Right,
how
I
they pay
understand
their utilities, and that's that. So it does go hand in hand.
Right.
But anyway, it's going to be a fun festival. 110 artists from across the country. I think it's something like 19 states represented at Art in the Park, plus Columbia, plus Central Missouri, plus Greater Missouri, plus the surrounding states.
Well, so what would you say is one of the most unusual types of art that you have featured this year?
Oh gosh, we have a lady who's new this year, and she's coming down from Minneapolis, and she does inlaid wood, and so they're kind of two-dimensional, like they're like paintings, but each little piece of the painting is a piece of wood. And it's beautiful. Like she does beautiful barn landscapes that are, barns and kind of buildings, architecture.
Yeah.
And they look really lovely. So that's kind of somewhat interesting to see. There's so many great people.
So how, I think I've asked you this before, but how do you decide, how do you narrow it down to who you're going to ask to come?
We have a jury. So I have 6 jurors with a specialty in different mediums, and they meet in February, and they look through all of the photographs that are submitted by all of the entrants, and they give them a score. And then those artists with the highest scores are the ones that are invited to come to the festival.
Do you ever have people that you have invited and have accepted, but then a week or so before they say, whoops, we got something a little bit bigger, we're gonna say thanks, but we're gonna go to this other place?
They tend not to do it to take another festival. They may cancel because they're ill or something has come up or a family issue has come up.
But once they give you their word, they come.
Well, generally, I mean, I send out the confirmations back at the end of February and say you're invited, and then I get a slew of cancellations of people who have applied to 2 festivals, and at that point they know they're going to take the other festival, and so they decline ours. But once that time period, once March is gone, then pretty much I know who's going to be here.
Yeah. Do you feel good about this year's festival?
I do. I feel good about the artists that are going to be here. I never know what Mother Nature is going to deal us, and that's always the unknown that gives me sleepless nights. What if it rains really badly?
Yeah,
what if a thunder shower comes through?
There's not a thing you can do about that. Not a thing you can do about that.
I still have to solve the problem. And then we've got all the food vendors. We've got great food there, and things for the kids to do, and great magicians wandering around, and lots of fun things. So it's a great family day out.
Well, I remember a couple of years, it had rained so much. You had boards out all over.
2 years ago.
But the people were still enjoying themselves, walking on the plywood boards to stay out of the mud.
Yeah.
So the Art in the Park, it's this Saturday and Sunday.
So
what time?
10 till 5 on Saturday and 10 till 4 on Sunday.
Okay.
And you can park at the Boone Hospital Medical Plaza. All that parking is available. We always say don't park at Clovis in that parking lot, because that's really for their customers and the supermarket down there. So park at the Boone County Medical Plaza, or hop on a bus, or bring your bike down, or walk down. It's not very far from downtown.
And what time is it Sunday?
10 till 4.
10 to 4 on Sunday, and Saturday from 10
till 5.
Okay.
It's a little bit longer on Saturday.
All right. Well, Diana Moxon, continued success with it. I hope this year just blows everything else away as far as attendance.
And I know we'll see you there.
All right. All right. Diana Moxon, Columbia Art League. Art in the Park this Saturday and Sunday. Tomorrow, Vera Massey, MU Extension, will be our guest. Our program directed by Travis McMillan, Reynolds Journalism Institute. Audio, Pat Akers, KBIA. Our floor director, Lowell Thomas. And our assistant producer and guest coordinator, Uncle James Monson.